President Trump is deeply committed to your success because your success is our success. Because this relationship we have here in Central Europe through you is so essential and vital for our national interests in the years to come that, if you face financial struggles, if you face things that are impediments to growth, if you face things that threaten the stability of your country, I know that President Trump will be very interested because of your relationship with him and because of this importance to this country, to us, to finding ways to provide assistance if that moment ever were to arise, and obviously with regards to finances and the like.
Why isn't the United States conditioning deeper cooperation with Budapest on...
The President has an extraordinarily close relationship to the Prime Minister. He does, and it has had tangible benefits in our relationship. I'm not going to speculate about the future. What happens in this country is up to the voters of this country to determine and decide, and we love the people of Hungary. But there's no reason to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be very blunt with you. The Prime Minister and the President have a very, very close personal relationship and working relationship, and I think it has been incredibly beneficial to the relationship between our two countries.
Támadja Orbán Viktor miniszterelnök urat, amiért nem támogatja Ukrajna.
Those sanctions waivers happened as much as anything else because of the relationship between the Prime Minister and the President. And so I think all I can tell you is that relationship and the importance of that relationship and the importance of that relationship to our bilateral relationship underpins the decision the President made. And I think we'll continue to underpin it as long as that relationship is a factor in our bilateral relations.
Sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. So don't afraid what will be if we are not winning, because it's regularly happened here, at least 4 times already. So there is no need to be afraid what will happen in Hungary. The Hungarian democracy is very strong. And the government of this country is very strongly believe on democracy and competitiveness and competition in politics as well, as we have done in the last 35 years. So our record is very strong on the governmental side and on opposition side as well. So government will be created after the election in Hungary based on the intention of the Hungarian people, and Hungary as a country will remain strong anyway.
Ő excellenciája Marco Rubio urat, az Amerikai Egyesült Államok külügyminiszterét magyarországi látogatása alkalmából rendezett.
We're the only nation on earth that apparently can get both sides to the table to talk. I'm not here to insult anybody, but the United Nations hasn't been able to do it. There's no other country in Europe that's been able to do it. The United States has been successful at being able to get both sides to talk. I mean, for the first time, I don't know, in a number of years, you actually have at a technical level military officials from both sides sat down last week in the Middle East, and we'll restart those talks again in Geneva later this week. I think that's a very positive thing. That said, all we are trying to do is play a role if it's possible in reaching a deal. We're not seeking to impose a deal on anybody. We're not trying to force anyone to take a deal they don't want to take. We just want to help them. We have trade and relations with China. The President of the United States is going to travel in April to China. Why? Because China is a big country. It's got 1 billion-something people, second largest economy in the world. They have nuclear weapons. It would be crazy. Okay, it's insane for the United States and China not to have relations and interact with one another. Now, 2 big countries like this, do we have differences? We absolutely do. And we'll have to manage those differences. And some of those differences are things we've spoken very frankly and clearly and repeatedly about the fact that it is not good for the world. It's not good for anybody to rely on one country or one economy for 90% of anything, especially things like critical supply chains.
Én biztosítottam Rubio külügyminiszter úrat arról, hogy Magyarország továbbra is támogatja, akármilyen európai konfliktusokkal is jár. Magyarország továbbra is támogatja az Egyesült Államok ukrajnai béketörekvéseit. Megismétlem, ha bár mindenki tudja, hogyha Donald Trump... Ő sem szokott kertelni. Meg szokta mondani azt, amiről úgy gondolja, hogy az Amerikai Egyesült Államok érdeke. Nincsen tabu, mindenről tudunk beszélni. Ideértve az ön által felvetett Kína, vagy bármilyen más kérdést is.
America.